two Superbowl. Until we've got two Superbowl.
Laguna by Renault. It's all worked out beautifully.
Esso unleaded fuels now have more cleaning power, reducing some harmful emissions by up to 20%, while still allowing your car optimum performance. Esso Unleaded, a new generation of performance fuels.
This Friday, get your laughing gear around 4 great comedies.
Ellen, you floss?
Yes, I do. Yes, religiously. Christmas, Easter, Rosh Hashanah.
9:30.
The ball's over, and your coach has just turned back into a pumpkin. Now give me my tuxedo.
At 10.
Oh, Dan, tonight, no foreplay.
At 10:30.
Oh, blimey, the fat bird's got a telly show.
And that's Channel 4 Program News.
Once in a while, there's a program that stands head and shoulders above the rest.
Police!
A program that wins both critical and popular acclaim.
You make me sick.
A program that breaks new ground in drama and realism.
You calling us dirty, huh?
Setting new standards in its genre.
My problems are my problems.
Controversial and compulsive. Watch it and you decide. NYPD Blue, tomorrow at 10 on 4.
Los Angeles still reporting rain. Showers continue in the Bay Area.
I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Yeah, when the rain, do you remember how sweet it used to be?
Still showers throughout the entire West Coast.
Good evening. Welcome to the short-range weather forecast for the San Francisco area, otherwise known as Channel 4's coverage of the NFC Championship game. As you saw in our opening sequence, it was a quagmire here 2 years ago when Dallas beat the 49ers for the championship. And it's been a rematch, or it's going to be a rematch in almost every sense of the word this week. California's had some of its worst flooding in years over the past few days, although it'd take more than a few closed roads and collapsed bridges to stop this one. It's the game everyone's been talking about, really, since these two met in last year's championship game. The San Francisco 49ers against the Dallas Cowboys for the right to go to the Super Bowl. And with me is a man who's been to 3 Super Bowls and won them all, former 49er running back Roger Craig. Roger, thanks for coming and camping out with us here in the mud at Candlestick. Well, I don't know about, you might not be saying that by the end of the game if the rains start again. It really is a huge game, and you get the feeling that these two teams would just have soon have skipped the regular season and got right down to it.
Yeah, you know, this is what it's all about, though. You know, you play hard all year long. Your goal is to get to this point as a team, and you accomplish it. Now it's time to put all those things aside and let it happen. And I think both teams are fired up, and I know Emmitt Smith is really eager to play and showing everybody his hamstring's okay. And I know Steve Young is ready to get the burden off his back of taking this team to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be a really exciting game. I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
Lots of storylines, and we'll try to cover all the angles between now and 9 o'clock when the game kicks off. But already kicked off, although not yet over, is the other big game of the day, the AFC Championship game. And for the first time in the 90s, it doesn't involve the Buffalo Bills. We're going to see who's going to be there instead of them, the San Diego Chargers or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go over now to Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh getting its share of rain too at the start of the game. We join it on the Steelers' first drive. They're at their own 49-yard line, and your commentators are Dick. So the Steelers up by 7 at half-time, but that's nothing by San Diego standards. They came back from 15 points behind to beat the Dolphins last week. Second half from Pittsburgh coming up after this break.
So there you are then. New engines, new interiors, restyle, front and rear, the new face of the Vauxhall Astra.
Yes, but our customers deserve more. Any thoughts?
How about power steering as standard there throughout the range?
Think of the cost. Only a buffoon would consider it.
Well, your power steering was inspirational.
Thank you very much. You haven't seen anything of GD, have you?
Yes, I thought a spell in the vehicle exterior luster department might do him good.
There is one man-made achievement, big enough to be visible from space. Something which illustrates what for hundreds of thousands of years has been the most basic instinct known to man. To protect. Norwich Union. No one protects more.
So I'm in the car behind. So I can't go anywhere either. And the car park attendant is really offensive. He's no good to anyone. Anyway, the passenger, she's a member of the AA, and she gets out and rings them, even though she's not driving. I didn't know you could do that.
Turkey is a land unique, a paradise of landscapes unparalleled in beauty. To visit Turkey is to experience many worlds. 5,000 miles of unspoiled coastline. Lush forests and meadows laced with hot springs, waterfalls, and colorful flowers. The tulip originated here. The cultural delights of cities such as Istanbul, built on 2 continents, merging East and West, history and modernity. Above all, Turkey is a vast open-air museum to the treasures of 9,000 years of civilizations. Modern Turkey complements old with accommodation of the highest standards. Turkey is paradise preserved.
All too often, women's magazines have this sort of big sister approach. The Marie Claire reader is very bright, she's very intelligent. She doesn't need me to tell her what to do. Our readers have their own style, and that's the only style to be had. American Express allows you to be spontaneous. If you see a bargain, you want to buy it immediately. And for that, I use the American Express card.
With American Express, you can take out Marie Claire for a year, or take yourself out shopping.
What's the difference between the cooperative bank and the other major banks? Is it that we have 24-hour telephone banking? Is it that we have a network of high street branches? Is it that we have the use of over 6,000 link cash machines? Or is it that we promise never to invest our customers' money in companies that needlessly pollute the environment?
Welcome back to Candlestick Park. In just over half an hour's time, we'll have the NFC Championship game between the 49ers and the Cowboys live for you. But still going on over in Pittsburgh is the AFC Championship game. Let's go back to Three Rivers Stadium now. The San Diego Chargers...
Very difficult, and they use a lot of motion. Here's what Natron Means has done today. We show you what he did last week. Left 2 for 17, minus yardage there in the middle, and 2 for 17 right. So let's again try to get him out on the corner. Forget the inside stuff.
37 yards total. That's 102 less than he got against Miami last week. Only 1 yard for Means, so it's 3rd and 1. The towels are out. Well, you've got the 2 Pro Bowlers and Lloyd and Green outside, but Kirkland and Brown inside, the 2 young linebackers. Boy, they're good. Well, let's compare this steel curtain defense with Green and Greenwood and White and the great steel curtain Ham Lambert, 13.5 points a game, under 4 sacks a game, and the 94-95 edition, very comparable.
Yeah, very comparable. The thing I remember about, wait a minute, I'll tell you in a second. Dom Capers, defensive coordinator of this bunch,
on his way to
Super Bowl too. When he was at Washington, he was Jim Kelly.
Well, the Chargers have been the fairy tale team all season, picked by most people to finish bottom of their division, let alone get this far. And certainly most experts thought that the fairy tale would end today. But Roger, I suppose it's got one more chapter, and that's going to be in Miami at Joe Robbie Stadium. Are you as shocked as everyone else?
I was really shocked because I thought Pittsburgh had the defense to stop their offense, but San Diego just kept coming play after play, making the big plays, and broke the Steelers' defense down, and they're in the Super Bowl, and I'm happy for them.
The Steelers challenge you to throw, don't they? They blitz and they make you try and beat their defensive backs one-on-one.
I think that's what hurt Pittsburgh today. I mean, they blitzed so much that they're out of position, and they came up with the big plays, you know, as far as Stan Humphries hitting his wide receivers. You know, they're really fired up about this game for some reason. They didn't get awed about what Pittsburgh did throughout the year. Everyone had counted them to be in the Super Bowl, and they're the only team that knew that, hey, that we can beat these guys, and it showed up.
Now, looking ahead to a couple of weeks' time, do you think they'll just be happy to be there because no one expected them to be there? How will they be as a young team in their first Super Bowl, do you think?
Well, the one thing they have to do as a team is not get distracted by the media, by all the endorsements might be coming their way. They can't be awed about being there. They should just go down there knowing they have to play one more game and treat it as any other game. That's how we did when we played, you know, in games like that. And a lot of times teams just happy to be there. But you have to have a purpose, and you have to have a vision of why you're there and what's your purpose of being there. And hopefully they can turn that around. I think their coaches do a great job of keeping the guys well-rounded as far as their attitude.
All right, well, a big shock in the first half of our double bill. And I hope you enjoyed the appetizer, because we've got the main course coming up now. Or as Deion Sanders, never a man to keep his opinions to himself, put it this week.
I think this game Sunday is the Super Bowl. I think it is the Super Bowl. I really do. This is why I came. Games like this. This is the reason.